The only colors in this town are the orange and brown.
There's gonna be mayhem, right? There's gonna be reaction on Twitter.
There are no side conversations. You're either talking about the draft or you're talking about football because it's about the draft, but that's all I want to hear about during when we're inside this room. And have fun. Talking about football and the draft only. And don't have fun when Tony's on the phone.
Tell Mr. Jet to move up and get Slater. I'd love it.
It's Wilson.
It's gonna be hard for everyone, but the main thing is just focus on what we have to do and really just take a breath, step back, and get it done, right? And
I texted Wingo, I was like, hey man, is this Rodgers thing for real? I said, what's more likely, Rodgers plays somewhere else next season or Jordan Love does? He said, check my last tweet.
So mysterious.
Just tweeted.
So mysterious.
Packers told Rodgers they were going to trade him in the offseason, then backed off. It's been a show. He were bleeped, but he meant it's been a show between them ever since. And within the last week, Rodgers told the team, trade or no trade, I'm not coming back. Buckle up, folks.
Wow.
Damn, that's crazy.
Okay, but that doesn't. He ain't going to San Francisco and have the same personnel.
That's what makes the NFL draft the reality television show that is just perfect for the NFL.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy to see how this plays out. We're what? It's almost 4:30, so we're only 3.5 hours away from the beginning. But if he's got a problem with LaFleur, I can't imagine Shanahan.
Yeah, but he's got a problem front office, not the floor.
Is that right?
Well, I guess what's his name? Gronskis was the guy, the GM.
Gutekunst, yeah.
So we are ready to kick off the 2021 NFL Draft here in the PFN Draft Room, not only here in Cleveland, but also at remote locations, not only here in the United States, but across the world. We have staff in the United Kingdom who are up right now, and it is getting to be past midnight their time. We have people in Canada. We have people spread out through the United States. So we are ready to go. We have over 275 graphics coming out over the course of the next 3 days. We have over 200, different prospect profiles, 300 prospect profiles coming out, social media threads for the top 50 to 100 prospects, pick-by-pick analysis from Tony Pauline. This is the most in-depth coverage we have had at Pro Football Network since our launch, and it's a huge test for us here at Pro Football Network to get on this level that we are now at, and it's just a tremendous effort to everyone here, and I just can't wait to see that coverage start getting unleashed on the website and throughout social media.
Any predictions you want to throw out there?
The only prediction I have is to expect the unexpected. It's going to be wild. It's going to be mayhem, and we might know the first 2 picks of the NFL draft, but after that, everything is on the table, and we're going to be ready to react, write, post, and everything else that comes along with Cody, do you mean Schlereth or Schefter?
Schlereth. And then Ben just quote tweeted it with the mouth.
Yeah, the zip mouth. He had the cheese and eyes tweet earlier too.
I didn't know what that meant.
Imagine if the 49ers traded out of 3 and gave that pick to the Packers. Holy. No.
So he put how many picks? Don't they have 2 picks in the third?
They're gross.
I mean, you got to give up. You're gonna have to give up more. You're gonna have to give up more than that for. Depends. See, here's the problem: is I'm told there are a lot of teams that want to do it. So if it's supply and demand, then they're gonna have to give more than that.
Things before we officially kick off here. The NFL draft 40 minutes away. We don't know what's going to happen after pick number 2, and we're going to see trade ups. And my only advice to everybody is to just stay calm as much as you can. Right? It's going to take a tremendous amount of focus to be able to sift through the excitement and all the noise that is going on out there, and to just really focus on what we need to do. And whether that's the 49ers taking Trey Lance at 3, or someone trading up to nab a quarterback in the top 5 or the top 10, someone from the teens or whatnot, there's gonna be mayhem, right? There's gonna be reaction on Twitter. You're gonna wanna look at Twitter, but it's gonna be hard for everyone. But the main thing is just focus on what we have to do and really just take a breath, step back, and get it done, right? And as fans, as football fans, and as fans of teams, we're going to get excited. We're going to see the craziness, and we're going to want to post our own social media reaction and browse Twitter and everything else. You can do that, right? But again, just take a deep breath and relax. You might run into site errors on the back end. If it happens, don't panic. You keep hitting refresh until it goes through. You might hit to refresh about 25 times. And you good, Tony? Okay. I think Tony just got a good piece of inside information that just came his way. So, let's all get through this together. It's gonna be a crazy 3 days, and really it's gonna be moving fast tonight, right? From the very first pick. As a brand, we are not tipping picks on our social media accounts, but again, in this room, you will be knowing who is being picked in advance. There is no way around that, and I'm sorry if you like the element of surprise, but now doing this as full-time employees or contractors who are nearing full-time, it's just part of the job, and we need to be ahead of it as much as we possibly can. So again, keep that focus, relax, sift through all the noise, pace yourselves. It's gonna be a long night for the next 4 hours or so, and we're gonna get through it. Let's have a ton of fun, right? If you have a beer at home, drink a beer. If you have a wine at home, drink a glass of wine. Be relaxed, you're gonna stay focused, and we're gonna do this. So, I'm not gonna talk for the next 40 minutes. We're not gonna talk for the next 40 minutes. We're gonna be in this room together throughout the duration of the first round, the second round, third round, and Saturday as well. Does anybody have any questions, any concerns, any comments, any advice for anyone that might be in this room who's done it before?
I think the crazy thing that hits me is it seems like this all came up all of a sudden, but this was 14 months in the making, essentially. Going back to when you guys first started putting together this 2021 class in the MBS, so it would go live after last year's. That's how long this has been leading up. I think that's the hard part to kind of wrap your head around.
I just want to shout out everybody today. There was some really great work. Ben, especially, you got out some really great content. That Aaron Rodgers piece has been hitting. So I just want to shout out to everybody. Really great work, and let's just keep going.
I cannot wait until we unleash this. The graphics that we have created over the past several days and weeks, Angela, talk about being thrown into the fire, right? Girl starts March 1st. I think it was March 1st, right? March 5th. Girl starts March 5th, thrown right into the fire. And she's produced, with the help of James a little bit, and Cam, more than 275 graphics for these next 3 days, on top of everything else she's been trying to do. It's insane. Ryan told me to look at the Monday board today. I didn't, because I didn't want to start freaking out. But more than 75 articles of, just content that's going out this week. And the amount that's going out today, Friday, Saturday, insane. But also the 300 plus profiles with Tony scouting reports in them, and then all of other Tony scouting reports, just all the work that's been done, like Tommy said, not for the past, few months, but also the past 14 months. And everyone has a job tonight. Cam's been getting all the social stuff prepped, all the research notes prepped, all of our writers have been writing, our editors have been editing. The mock draft simulator team has just been going on and on and on, tweaking here and there. 2022 simulator is ready to go on Saturday. Round 1 is gonna be simmed fully tonight. Round 2 and 3 after tomorrow. Everyone has a job here. And as long as we all focus and execute our jobs these next 3 days, we're gonna have a tremendously successful end to this week.
Are you getting the picks tonight? Please do.
Sultan's car is here, Ozzy's here. How are they?
No, just keep, what, you mean as far as picks or as far as information?
This is Tony Pauline scouting reports. Over 300 scouting reports loaded in this binder. Over 873 players ranked on his big board. So we're gonna be going through these tonight and pulling out information to throw up on social media and everything else. Cam and I over here.
No, just get them to me as you get them. I don't, you mean after he's selected or beforehand? If you know if Jalen Wild's going to Miami beforehand, I'd love to know that.
Jets are trying to move into the top 12 for a corner or one of the offensive linemen. I can't go with that till the draft starts.
Okay, little Jets work.
Here we go.
Watch them take 10 minutes.
No. Well, but the thing is, the league will make them take 10 minutes. The league won't let them. For all intents and purposes, if this was 10, 15 years ago, the contract would have been signed by now.
Well, remember didn't Carson Palmer sign before the draft was?
They always did. It started with the Goff and Wentz year. The league would not allow the Rams to make the pick before the draft started. Who was the guy that said that They're going to use all the time on the clock because this is a big moment for the franchise.
Urban said it. Urban told me. I forget who he told them. Urban said
Darlington's the one that told me.
Jeff Darlington. Yeah.
So it's a big moment that you're the worst team in football and you got the first pick of the draft. So let's soak it in, right?
How many articles are we publishing as soon as that first pick is made? 3?
I know I've got one.
So draft grade for Jacksonville Jaguar, team by team pick, NFL total result, and Tony's board. Tony's analysis.
All right, cool.
They said that they think they haven't shown a lot of interest in him. They haven't done the work that they would expect on a guy that early. Have you heard anything about Atlanta? You think so? That they don't trade out and take a QB?
Anything you hear Tony say out loud in this room does not leave this room.
And that was people.
Really?
And they said if they were going to change position, we would have known by now. Were you by that stadium?
Yeah.
Was there any parking there, or what's it like? Is it a commuter stadium?
Macho Man, who are you pulling for dressed up like this?
Let's just say I'm pulling for the city of Cleveland. All the fans out there, okay? I want everyone to understand this. The only colors in this town are the orange and brown. And that's a guaranteed fact. The only reason is we're putting Cleveland on the map, don't you see? Being a pinnacle of what it means is to be a fan base. And let me tell you, don't make no doubts about it. We're gonna bring home the gold this year. Yeah, you heard me right. This year, the PFN. Let's think about that. We're gonna rise. We always rises to the top. Am I right?
You're right. It always rises to the top.
Does that sound a little too crazy? Does that sound a little maddening?
I think it sounds right on, man. You are embodying the spirit here in Cleveland, Ohio.
Ooh, that's like energy from all the fans all over. Let me tell you. I love seeing everyone coming out of their nooks and crannies and everywhere, including the left. And let me tell you, this is gonna be a spectacle for years to come. Oh yeah. Take it.
That's fucking great. Yo.
Time for the draft.
I heard Sewell's people told me that they think there's no way Cincinnati takes.
Is it safe for me to close my email for tonight? Like nothing else matters except the people in this room and Google Meet.
You're probably better off just getting rid of all distractions possible right now.
Hey, what's happening? Okay, are you gonna have the picks tonight? Are you going to have the picks tonight? There are a few agents I refuse to talk to. He's one of them.
Here it is.
All right, one more pick we know, then the draft is on at 3.
Guys, Albright just tweeted out, is there a possibility that
after the draft
in Denver?
priority
Absolutely
is
yes.
mock
Is it
draft
done?
rounds 2 and
Absolutely
3.
not. Okay, Jets on the clock. We know Zach Wilson's the pick. We did have a question tonight, guys. What are the chances that Justin Fields is the pick here? We feel pretty confidently it's Zach Wilson, but man, would that light the freaking world on fire. Joe Tooney at center.
It's Wilson.
It is?
Yeah.
All right, Wilson's the pick.
All right, guys.
Hey, the draft starts right now. If you don't know what the pick is going to be, do not say anything, unless you know for sure and it's from something or someone reputable. Someone's keeping the pick.
He is when I'm getting him. I don't know if I'm going to get him all the way through, but
We had Zach Wilson to the Jets first, before Darnold even got traded. Tony had that on Draft Insiders. We had that months ago.
You saw Cam in the Business Channel the other day, and I think we talked about it too. He said the first part of the week was flawless. Now it's time to finish the job. And I have no doubt and all the confidence in the world that we will finish the job these next 3 days. So let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
ESPN probably shouldn't have let Trey Wingo walk out the door, but
That's an obvious thing.
we're glad he walked into ours. Let's put it down.
See them copy all the looks, but I stay switching. Pick up the loot to hit the bank. Can never change, still wrote the change. Captain say the pay, this ain't the day. They made me wait, I'm breaking chains. Yeah, yeah. Tommy feeling bubbly out the rose. Took a minute, but I got it out the slow way.